get to your mat. If you have a block, you'll use it. If you don't have a block where you are, you've been traveling, you didn't bring it with you, that's okay. So when we are, we're focusing on hips, that will be our main focus, but when we are feeling taxed, whether it's because we have insomnia and we haven't had a good night's sleep, or gosh, I hope it hasn't been too many nights for you, or you've been in the car, or you feel distracted by, excitement or worry or whatever it is, this is a really good practice to move energy down and then to widen the hips. So we'll feel rooted, and we'll allow ourselves to kind of settle down into the hips so we can feel better, right? We can feel better. So once you are on your mat, you're going to go ahead and we're going to come into a child's pose. So take your knees wide, please. Good. And then once you have your knees wide, you can have your arms forward, or you can have your elbows bent. Good. And we'll take some nice deep breaths there. Good. So use your child's pose to get what you need from the floor, which can be just your head resting on the ground or side of the face. You could use your hands to push your hips back and roll the tailbone down. You could sway a little bit side to side or move your head forward and back. So allow yourself to feel in the full service of what you need in this moment, okay? Allow yourself to surrender into the practice now. Really surrender into it as you center and integrate. We'll go ahead and we'll walk our arms and torso to the left. Good. And we'll stretch that right arm really far away on the left side. And then you're going to let your left hand come by your knee. So my left hand is by my knee. My right hand is reaching out. I'm just going to use my left hand to press down and slightly forward. So I'm really actively opening up that back of the right hip, that hip joint. You might feel it in your low back and your SI. Keep your belly drawing in just a bit. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then sliding your right arm back, and then go ahead and coming back to the center. And once you're in the center, let your palms face up and let your head drop down. So my elbows are on the ground. I've got some weight in my head, some space from the floor, so my head can dangle here. Just opening up the back of the neck. You can move your head here side to side and your jaw. Then we'll stretch our arms out in front of us again with the palms down, and then we'll walk ourselves over to the right side, and we'll extend our left arm way out, and let our right hand slide by our right knee somewhere. And then as you come down to the floor deeper, press your right hand down and forward, so active, and pull the belly in. One more breath here. Good. And then we'll go ahead and we'll slide our left elbow back, and we'll come to the center. We'll bring our hands together in a prayer shape up on the elbows, and then we'll drop the weight of our head again. Just take 2 deep breaths here, letting the head hang, and move around it. Nice. And then we'll go ahead and we'll walk ourselves up onto our hands and knees. And once you're on hands and knees, draw your knees in a little closer together to touch, and untuck the toes. Just move your hips a little side to side. So, the knee can come off the ground for sure. You can keep it on the ground. Side to side. Let the head hang here a little bit. Good. And then we're going to walk the knees back a little bit more, and then we're going to lean forward and open up the front of the hips and the chest. So I'm going to come very modified up dog. Legs are down, gaze is slightly down, forward, belly is in. Take some breaths. Push the shoulders back so the heads of the shoulders are back. Good. Relax your face. It's one more breath. Press into the fingertips. Good. Then pull the belly in tight. Squeeze your butt a little bit. And then push into the hands. Lean forward. And then we're going to come back to tabletop. So from your tabletop, let your right knee come off the mat and make some circle shapes with your knee. So the right knee is going to make some nice circle shapes. So this practice will be for hips, as we said before, and it will have an intention for settling the central nervous system so you can get some rest. Okay? Good. All right, one more time around. Good. Then you'll place the right knee down. Take a breath. And then we'll go to the opposite side. Left knee, circle shapes. What? Circle shapes. Good. You can hear I got a little pop in this left hip today. Pop. On there. Just feel your feels. Notice any pops or clicks. Things are tapping or touching. Just a couple more times around here. Press into the fingertips. One more time. Good. And the left knee comes down. Good. All right. So step your hands forward. Turn your toes under and move into downward facing dog. So go ahead and lift the hips up and back. Separate the feet a bit more. Take a breath and then press your chest back. So push your chest back as much as you can. Lift your quads a little bit and move your hips from side to side. Just swaying the hips as you're moving into the ankles. One more. Good. Come high up on your tippy toes so your heels are really up high. And then press your chest way back. Push. And then you'll push your heels to the ground. You're going to walk forward nice and slow till you get to the back of your hands right at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift at the top of the mat. Exhale, fold down, drop the weight of your head, move your chin forward and back here, kind of bob your head. Nice deep breaths here, friends. Good. One more, let your head just hang. All right, so soften the knees. Walk your hands up to your shins and then press halfway again. So nice flat back here, gazes down. Take a breath. Then your hands are going to come to the hips. And you'll soften your knees and you'll push your hips forward and come to stand. So give your hips a nice nudge forward and squeeze your elbows in towards each other. Lift your chin, that feels good. We'll take some nice deep breaths in the front of the body. Good, one more. Good, and standing up nice and tall. Good. Step your feet a little bit wider apart. We're going to do some hip circles now. All right, so hands stay on the hips. You're going to go around in a circle shape. And you can make these circles narrow or you can make them really big where you're kind of almost folding halfway. Completely up to what feels good to you. Just keep going. Relax your jaw. Maybe have very soft eyes or close your eyes. So there's a rhythm, right, that will be present in the practice today. And that rhythm will allow us to tap in to a place where we can feel a little bit more of the float, a little bit more of the settling into the central nervous system, coming down into rest and digest. One more time around, please. All right, standing up nice and tall. Step your feet in towards each other. Arms are going to reach straight up overhead. Big breath. As you exhale, lean to the right. You can have the arms up or bring the right arm down, whatever feels better for you. Go a little deeper. Then inhale, stand up, arms reach up. And then we'll lean to the left. Again, you can have the arms up or you can bring the left arm down by your side. Soft face. Good. Stand up nice and tall. Arms reach up overhead. Nice deep breath. Exhale, hands go behind the back, interlace your fingers. Push your knuckles to the floor and just look up. So as you pull your shoulders down your back, take some nice wide breaths into the collarbones. Kind of feel the breath press underneath them. Let them rise up and then fall down as you exhale. Just one more. Relax your jaw. Good. Then we'll bend the knees and we'll fold forward. So you want to let your hands come off your back as best as you can. Let your head come down. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Last one. Good. Let the hands drop to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Keep your hands connected to your legs here, please. So as you inhale, the hands slide up the shins. And as you exhale, you fold and the hands go down the legs. Do that 3 more times. Inhale, hands slide up the legs, halfway lift. Exhale, hands slide down the legs, fold, drop the head. Inhale. Exhale. One more time like that. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bring your fingertips down to the ground. Step your left foot back. Drop your left knee down to the ground. Arms reach up overhead. Low lunge. Nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Lean into it. I want you to push forward here. Good. Your arms are going to go to a T shape. We're going to turn to the right. Left hand's going to go down to the outside of the right leg, and the right hand's going to go behind the back. We'll take 3 breaths here. Please lean into it. Last breath. Good. Unwind, arms reach back up overhead. And then as you exhale, hands are going to go to the inside of the front foot, lean forward. Good. Turn your back toes under now. Lift your hips up. Hands are on the inside of the front foot. Take a breath. Good. So you're going to keep your right hand on the ground. You can also bring it to a block. We're going to open twist. So we're going to actually twist to the left. So right hand is down. It can be on the fingertips or a block. And the left arm is going to reach up. And you can bring your hand to the hip if you want. This is very awkward. Or the arm could reach up. Take a breath. Central nervous system. One more. Good, nice job. Arm comes all the way back down to the floor. Pause. Look forward. Right hand comes to the outside of the right foot. Step back to plank. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, knees come down, belly, chest, and chin, baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog. You can always pass through child here, okay? Good. Take a breath, push back. Slowly walk forward to the top of the mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out and fold down. Good. Inhale. Hands come to the hips. Pause. Push the hips forward to stand. Push them forward. Look up. Lift the quads. Take a breath here. Relax your brow. One more. Stand up nice and tall. Press your hips down as you stand up. Push down on them. Good. We're going to step our feet wide again. Good. We're going to take those circles the opposite way. If you don't exactly remember, maybe your body does, maybe it doesn't matter. Use your breath. Don't, let yourself feel fluid here, right? You can imagine you were in a really beautiful saltwater swimming pool or calm ocean, and you were just stirring it around, feeling a little bit of the resistance of the water, feeling your breath, letting yourself feel fluid here. Good. Keep going. Relax your jaw. One more time. And then standing up nice and tall. Step your feet together. Arms reach up overhead. Nice deep breath. Exhale, lean to the right. Right hand comes down the side. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, lean to the left, please. Left arm goes down by the side. Arms reach back up overhead. Exhale, arms go behind the back, interlace the fingers. Let the opposite thumb be on top. Pull the knuckles to the floor, look up, push your hips forward. Nice long neck. So I'm really actively lengthening my neck here. Good, one more breath here. And then bend the knees and fold forward. Let your arms come off your back if you can. Drop the weight of your head. One more breath, push. Then the hands relax down to the earth. Let them drop. We're going to slide our hands up our legs, breathe and halfway lift. So keep your hands glued to your legs. Exhale, slide down. Inhale, slide them up, halfway lift. Exhale, slide them down, drop your head. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Fingertips come down to the mat. Step your right foot back. Drop your right knee down to the earth. Good. Let your arms reach up overhead. Good. Nice low lunge here. Untuck your back toes. Lean your hips forward. Good. Take your time with it here. Should feel really nice. Good. Our arms will open up to a T. We'll twist to the left. And then your right hand's going to go to the outside of the left leg. Your left arm's going to go behind your back. Pull the ribs in. Breathe. This is our closed twist. Struggling with balance, press deeper into your right shin. One more breath. Good. Arms reach back up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands go down inside the front foot. Lean forward. Good. Take a few breaths here. One more. Lean forward. Back toes turn under. Lift the back knee, please. Steady through your hips. Belly is in. Lengthen the tailbone. You keep your left hand on the fingertips or a block. Keep the left hand down. Slowly you begin to open twist to the right. You can bring your right hand low to the hip or reach it up. Find your steadiness. You're doing great. One more. Good. Arm comes down to the earth. Pause. Bring the left hand to the outside of the left foot and then step back to plank. Take a breath. Exhale. Knees come down, belly, chest, and chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath. Walk your feet forward towards the top of the mat. Breathe in and halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold down. Bring your hands behind the backs of the legs. You're going to hold on to the calves here. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Take a few breaths. Draw your elbows in a little closer together now. Move your head forward and back. Feel heavy. Good. Last breath. Good. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to hips. Push the hips forward to come to stand. Push them forward. Look up. Squeeze your shoulders into the back. Good. Inhale, stand up nice and tall. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Nice deep breath. Breathe out, lean to the right. Inhale, stand up nice and tall. Exhale, lean to the left, please. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Left foot steps back. Keep the back knee lifted this time. Inhale, rise. High crescent lunge. I want you to drop your hips down. Good, nice deep breath. One more big breath in and out. Good. Drop your back heel down, open to warrior two. So we'll find warrior 2 now. Drop down into your hips. Reverse your warrior, right arm reaches up and back. Drop the hips. Good. Back to warrior 2. Right forearm comes to the top of the thigh, and the left arm reaches over the ear, extended side angle. Roll your chest up. Find your breath. We're back to that 3 count. Good. Look down at the floor. Bring both hands down to the inside of the front foot. Let the back heel lift. Good. Take a breath, move forward. Drop the back knee down. Take your right foot and move it out to the side a little bit, and then walk your right foot forward. So I want you to keep walking that right foot forward. I'm kind of inchworming my right foot down. So I've got a lot of space. So my heel is way forward of my knee. Heavy down into that right sit bone. Feel that pull of the hamstring. Relax. The belly draws in. One more breath. All right, so keep your legs as they are, but you're going to pick your hips up and then push your hips back. The right toes are going to reach up. I'm going to walk my hands back. Take a breath, lift your chest a bit. And then exhale, you can fold, and you can walk your hands back forward if you'd like to, or keep them, wherever you feel grounded and supported by them. But keep your hips pushing back a bit here, and keep that right leg as straight as you can. Widen the toes, you can wiggle them. Good. Take another breath or 2. Drop your head. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Good. The hands will begin to slide back. We'll bring the right hand on the outside of the right foot. Good. And then we're going to bring our right foot all the way back behind us. So just slide it back behind you. Push the heel away. Good. So you're in like this extended tabletop with the right leg. Take a breath. As you exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose. Like you're moving through water. Inhale, reach it back. I'm going to keep my hands on the ground. This is just to kind of move into my central nervous system a little more. If you want to extend the left arm, add a little extra core work, you can do that for your bird dogs. Good. We have 3 more. But like you're moving through water. Good. Last one. Good. Right knee comes down to the mat. Turn the toes under, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. Press the chest back. Slowly walk forward towards your hands. As you get to the mat, breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands behind the backs of your legs again. And this time you'll bring them lower towards your heels if you can get them. Drop your head. Pull your elbows in closer together behind your legs. Keep your hands behind your legs, but inhale, halfway lift. You're going to slide your hands up the backs of the legs to the knees. And then exhale, let them slide down the backs of your legs. 3 more times. Inhale, hands slide up the legs, the back of the legs. Exhale, down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Release your hands in front of your toes. Inhale, hands slide up the legs. Find the hips. Inhale, push the hips forward. Look up. Big breath. Squeeze the back shoulders. Stand up nice and tall. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, lean to the right. Right arm goes down. Inhale, stand up tall. Lean to the left. Left arm down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fingertips come down, right foot steps back. Good. Keep the back knee lifted. Take a breath. Let your arms reach up overhead. Nice deep breath here. High crescent lunge. Find your breath. Sink in a little deeper. Good, one more time. Good, bring your back heel down to the earth. We'll find warrior two. Sink down into your hips, 3 breaths. Go a little deeper. Reverse the warrior. Come back to warrior two. Left forearm comes to the top of the left thigh. Right arm reaches over the ear. Drop your hips. Good. One more breath here. Look down at the floor. Let the arms come down inside the front foot. Let the back heel lift. Good. Then drop your right knee down to the earth. Lean a little forward, untuck your back toes. Let your left foot move out to the side just a little bit. Good. And then we'll begin to walk that left foot forward a little bit. And it might just be a little bit, it might go pretty far. Just keep going. Your hamstring will typically tell you when to stop. Your hips will tell you. Good. You can walk your hands more forward if you'd like, or keep them back. Whatever feels good to you. You can have them branch out. Pull the belly in a little bit. One more breath here. Sink down. Slide the hands back for support. Pull the belly in, push the hips up, and then push them back. Left toes reach up. Good. Take a breath here. You can have your hands inside, or you can bring the left hand out. Inhale. And then exhale, fold in. And you can bring the arms forward if you'd like to. Maybe you're creating some shapes here that feel good to you. Press into the right shin a little deeper. Wiggle the toes, spread the toes. One more breath. All right, begin to walk the hands back if they're forward. Step your left hand on the outside of the left leg, pull the belly and look forward. As you exhale, you're going to slide the left foot back and push the heel away with the leg extended. Inhale, exhale, pull it in. And again, you can bird dog here if you want to. Right arm up. Smooth your breath. Press into the length of the right shin so you're not just on the knee. But just a couple more. Good. And the left knee will come down. Good. Turn your toes under, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank. Take a deep breath in plank. As you exhale, come all the way down to your belly, nice and slow. Good. Once you're on your belly, let your arms come down by your side. Let your chin come to rest. Take a breath here. You'll bring the hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers. Release the pointer grip and uncross the thumbs. Balance out the hands. Get the heels of the hands to touch, great. If not, that's no worries. Take a clearing breath. Point your toes, push your pubic bone in, breathe in. Breathe out, lift. Good. So you won't go as high here, but I want you to keep your gaze down and just feel the lift of the chest, kind of smashing into the fullness of the belly. Good. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. As you breathe in, you feel the chest lift. And as you exhale, you feel it soft. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come all the way down. Release your hands to the palms face up. Turn the right side of your face down. Take a breath. Turn your gaze the opposite way, please. Take a breath or 2. Good. And the chin will come back down, hands under shoulders, hips to heels for child's to traction the low back. And then make your way back into downward dog. Good, nice work. Take a breath in downward dog. All right, so go ahead and walk your way back towards the top of the mat with your hands. Good. Take your feet a little wider apart. And then lift up halfway. So we have a wider stance here. And then you're going to exhale, you're going to fold, and then we're going to sway side to side. And you're going to take your hands, and you're going to imagine you have sand under your hands, and you're just going to swipe the sand like a rainbow shape, just side to side, and drop your head. You bend your knees if you need. You just very languid, side to side. So just let your hands drift, right? The tops of the hands, fingertips, side to side. Keep going. Let your head drop, relax your jaw. Good. Once you're back in the center, you'll pause. Just take a breath, nice and heavy. Good. Breathe in, halfway lift. Walk your feet in a little bit closer together. Pull the belly in. Bring your hands up your legs to your hips. Pause. Breathe out, push the hips forward. Push, look up. Stand up nice and tall. Use your hands on your hips to push down. Good. Release your hands by your side. We're going to move into tree, and then we'll come back down into that version of Hanuman, and then we'll stay on the ground. All right, the sun is coming now in my window. I look like a ghost. All right. Pressing down into your left foot, we'll bring our right toes to the ground. Good. And we're going to make some circle shapes with our toes on the ground. So you may see a pattern here where you're kind of staying connected to fingertips, right? Movement of legs, circle shapes, patterns. These are all central nervous system moves. Opposite direction now. And so when you are trying to go to bed, and there are things you know that you need to do, right? Like not have your phone one more time around, all those things. But what you can do for your body in this way are some of these types of movements, right? Especially inhale, halfway lift with hands sliding up and down legs. It's very good. Do it about 15 times. All right, so we'll pull the right knee up into the chest now. And then we'll find tree. And I don't want you to tax yourself here. You can keep the foot elevated, or you can bind it, and you can bind it higher or lower than the knee. It's your evening practice. It's your after work practice. Right? You'll find a place for your home, for your hands that feel like home, whatever feels good to you. Let that exhale really let go. Very nice. All right, release your right foot down. Good. Inhale, arms reach up, big breath. Hands come together, and then slide them down to your heart. Breathe out. Step into the right foot. Come up onto the left toes. Your hands at your heart or at your hips, and we'll make some circle shapes. Left leg always feels a little more janky. It's all right, just moving around that hip. Circles, shapes. So yeah, when it's time to go to bed and you feel a little ramped up in your day, you can come to your practice. And these are a lot of the movements you can do. Skipping the vinyasas. Yeah. All right, opposite direction. Cats and cows can be very nice too. And then legs up, which is how we're going to finish our practice tonight. Legs up. Keep going, it's a few more. You want to build a little heat in the right leg. It's great for our bones, ladies. One more time. Good. All right, sitting well in the right foot. Let the left knee come up to the chest. Snap the hips, and then pull the knee out to the side. And you can let the foot be free, or you can place it somewhere along the standing leg. I'm going to go a little lower today. And then you'll find a place for your hands. Whatever makes you feel settled. Very nice. All right, so lower the left foot down. Good. Inhale, arms reach up, big breath. Press the hands together. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, lean to the right. Please, right arm goes down. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, lean to the left. Left arm goes down. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Hands are connected to the shins. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. You can do front of shins or back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just finding your hands on your legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Fingertips find the mat. Left foot steps back. Keep the back heel lifted. Rise up. Take a breath. Good. One more. Bring your hands down to the earth inside the front foot. Pause. Drop the left knee down to the ground. Walk your right foot slightly out to the right. Just give you a little more hip space. Walk your right toes forward. So we've been here before. We're just getting right to it. Keep walking it and walking it and walking it. Pause. You can keep your hands as they are, or you can find a different space for them. But you're opening up your hips and your legs. One more deep breath here. Good. I'm going to begin to walk my hands back. And as I walk my hands back, I'm going to go a little deeper this time. So I'm going to walk my left knee back a little bit. My hips go with it. Good. You might be just where you need to be. Or you could pick the hips up and then push them back with the right leg, the right toes up. Take a breath. You could stay here. Or you could begin to push your right heel forward back to the top of your mat. Take a breath. This is where that block can really come into handy, under the hands or up under the right hamstring. This is a really great hip stretch, but it's also great for sleepless nights. One more breath. Pull the belly in. So when you come out of it, I want you to pull the belly in and drag the right heel back a little bit. Get that right foot on the ground. Pause. Walk your hands back just a little bit more. And then I'm going to bring my left knee up a little bit, picking it up and pulling it forward. And then I'm going to push my hips up. And then my right leg is going to reach back behind me. Separate my hands a little bit here. Take a breath. Just lift it. Exhale, round in just 2 times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round in. Good. Inhale, extend. And exhale, knee to the ground. Good. Turn the toes under. You can move through vinyasa if you'd like, or just move right into downward facing dog. From downward dog, go ahead and step or walk the feet forward. Come to the top of the mat. Take a breath and halfway lift, and breathe out and fold. Inhale, come all the way to rise, reach up. And then breathe out, let's fold right back over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Good. Right foot steps back. Take a moment, and then we'll rise up, high lunge. Good. Heavy in the hips. One more breath here, belly in. And the hands will come down to the earth. You'll drop your back knee down. Hands go the inside of the front foot. Left foot moves out to the side and begins to walk forward. You're taking your time here. You can take this into several parts. Good. So just go as deep as you can here. Get comfortable through the back knee. Spread your hands if you'd like. Feel the feels here. Drop down to the hips. One more breath. Good. I'm going to walk my hands back just a little bit here, and then I'm going to take my right toes and turn them under. And I'm going to walk my knee back a little bit more. Once I'm spread out as deep as I can go, I can decide to stay right here. Or I can pull my belly in and begin to pick my hips up and straighten the left leg. Pause. So it really depends on where you're tight. Is it more hamstring or is it more hip area? And that's why we kind of go into it in both ways. If your hamstring's okay, then your hips are up, and then you push that left foot all the way to the top of the mat again. The back toes could be turned under, walk farther back, or you can press into the top of the foot. We'll take some deep breaths here. Hands are there for support. Blocks are there for support. Relax your jaw. Everything's okay. Good. So as we begin to think about coming out, we pull the belly in. I get my hands really well placed. I slide my left foot back a little bit. Bend the knee. Turn my back toes under. Bring the front knee forward a little bit. Get my hands well placed. And eventually I slide this left foot all the way back behind me. Reach it back. Inhale. Exhale. Knee comes in. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale, knee comes in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee comes down. Good. Walk your knees forward towards your wrists so you're kind of in the center of your mat. And once you're on the center of your mat, you'll bring your knees together and you'll bring your hips to your heels. So if you need a block here, you'll have a block here. Otherwise, you're sitting on your feet. Bring your hands to your thighs. Roll the shoulders back and soften. Bow your chin to your chest. We'll take 3 nice, slow breaths. Very nice. All right, so lean off onto one hip, and you're going to slide your legs out in front of you. Good. Our clock looks good. You'll have the feet right out in front of you and move the sit bones. Hands are going to be on your legs. Good. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, slide the hands down to the feet. Inhale, slide them back up. So the movement can be very shallow, right? It could be really just not a big bend, not a deep fold, but your hands are moving. You can use your hands on the front of your legs, the side of your legs. You might get down to the feet or not. But you're going to move like an ocean wave here. So a few more. Last one. This time as you breathe out, you're going to fold all the way down into your legs. And you can, bring your elbows a little closer in together and just let your head drop. Two more breaths, nice and slow. You'll slowly begin to drag yourself up. Let your hands come behind you. Lean into them. Just take a breath. And then you're going to slowly come down to your back. And as you come down to your back, pull the knees to the chest. And then let the feet come to the sky. So you can let your arms come to rest. You can have the palms facing down or up. You can have the knees bent a little bit if you need to. You can come to legs at a wall. So if you're really trying to decompress your body and let your central nervous system really heal, If this has any pull on the hamstrings that you can really feel, then legs to the wall is better for you. Legs to the wall are great, okay? So just let yourself be here. Nice long back. Hands can be nice and wide out to the sides to help you spread open the back body. Let your jaw fall back. So you would stay here for about at least 15 breaths, if not longer. And you can choose to do that. Otherwise, you're going to let your heels fall down, and then your feet come to the floor. Take a breath under your feet. And either bring the feet together, knees wide, or you could straight the legs out in front of you. Move your hips and your head around. And whether your eyes are opened or closed, let yourself really come into this very healing, nurturing, supportive, final resting pose, which is your Shavasana. Stay as long as you can. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.